We are live. Good afternoon, everybody. We're live this time in the garage, as you can see. And no, it isn't a backdrop or wallpaper. It's a real thing. It is the car. So we're out here just having a good time. And want to welcome David. Hope to see T Dub. Don't think we'll see Pat. We moved Pat yesterday. And that's about it. Nothing else is new in my world. I'm dead tired from moving Pat yesterday. So.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, I'm looking at a place. They said it was available February 1st. And
Okay.
I have yet to been given notice to move. But if they give me 30-day notice, let's say they send me notice December 29th or something like that, I guess I'll have to talk to the new people and let them see if they'll let me move in a couple of days before the 1st. I don't know how that would work. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to pay an extra month's rent for a couple of days.
That's true too. But yeah. No, Pat sat there and he said, "Hey, we're getting out." And he had a chance. He says, "We're getting out. We're done." The place he was in, they didn't want to work with him on rent with COVID going on and everything else that he was on and off on hurting status. So they didn't want to work with him as far as, the rent. So he finally went in there and he sit there and he watched everybody else make partial payments on their rent. And they
We
wouldn't
have Breezy's Bike Shop.
Breezy, what's going on? We're in the garage today, as you can see. And no, this is not a backdrop or.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm the chat reader tonight. Yeah, this COVID thing, I have found 0, maybe one landlady, a potential landlady. I met with her on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Talked to her for a long time. She showed me all around. This place has like 24 units in it. It's in a historical part of town. The application is pending, not making any promises. But the thing of it is she's the first one that came along that took her time and talked to me. I didn't have to push something through a slot in a glass window and have somebody that was just totally unwilling to talk to me.
Oh yeah, okay.
But I think a lot of that is COVID. But I mean, yeah, I haven't seen a landlord yet.
I'm shaking my head to Breezy's Bike Shop. Yes, I'm on a laptop with a camera and then wireless headphones and mic. And
that's mission control there. His voice even has that little bit of a mission control out.
Oh, now I gotta listen to the video. But yeah, what I'm trying to do is
mute yourself and go back and listen to a little bit of the video if you get some time. You sound kind of like you're on mission control here. You're on the moon.
But Breezy, I got a 20-foot extension on the camera, so I can take the camera all over the place. So if anybody wants to see any particular part of the car, I can show them, or any part of my shop, I can show them. Plus, I'm able to walk around. I don't have to mute myself and say, "Hey guys, hang on for a minute, time for another one," because the bar is right there. See, on the side of my Captain Jerk display, the bar is all on the Captain Jerk display, aka
so maybe
the refrigerator.
in my new location, I'll put a small refrigerator like down here.
Hell, we all get drunk because we won't have to walk very far. I mean, the one show that, what was it, Mark told me, he sat there and he says, "Just bring the bottle of tequila in your office from the garage."
Well, you have a refrigerator here and have the bathroom right here. You're all set. All you have to do is walk over to the.
And so I did that one show, and man, I got hammered. I mean, I really got hammered in that show. But that's because the booze was right there. I didn't have to get up and walk for it.
You said the dash you made, it looked like cash you made for a second.
No.
Who made the dash? Did I make it or did
Oh,
Tom?
you want to see? Oh, Breezy wants to see how the stereo went in the dash. Is that what you're talking about?
Okay.
Okay, hold on, hang on. Bear with me. I've been doing wet sanding all this week on the car. I cleaned up the door jambs and getting ready for interior work. So let me, yeah, you're going to need a light in there. Find a light.
If you can't find it, it might be in the refrigerator. Choppers rule. Okay. Good to
Choppers
see
rule.
you.
All right,
Yeah,
let's
it's
see. Breezy
first thing
wanted
in
to
the
see how
morning.
all right, here we go. We're going on the road. You guys are on the move. So there's the dash. Let's see, turn the light maybe a little bit. There. No, yeah, there.
Hi,
That's how the
Tom,
dash came.
David.
That's how the dash came out with the stereo. I'll get the keys and turn it on. But yeah. So is that what you wanted
Yeah,
to see, Breezy?
we have Gemma's journey on now. We have Gemma. Let me put the link in.
Gemma's on. Cool. So let me put the camera back. Sorry for the shaky cam, guys.
Hazy. All right. I'm the
Hazy's got the link.
if you can stand the top of my head doesn't freak you out, I'm the comment reader tonight. And we got Chopper Rule from Australia. It's morning there. He's probably having his morning coffee.
Hazy sent you a link.
The link's in the chat.
Okay.
Hit the like button.
So Breezy, that was the dash. Did you let me ask Breezy, did you see everything you wanted to see on the dash?
You didn't comment.
Okay.
Breezy.
All right, hold on. I forgot the flashlight in the car, so I had to go get it.
It's
T-Dub.
8:40 a.m. and
Hey, T-Dub.
Hey guys,
How's it going?
it's going.
Okay. Pat has no internet, so I don't expect him up. He's having a hard time with Cox. Plus, him and Mom are shopping at Walmart right now.
I'd like to find out how long it takes him to get it installed. One of my many fears is I tend to be overthinking this thing, but how long will I have to do without internet while they transfer?
Well, it was supposed to be plug and play. He was supposed to get their modem, get in, get going, and go.
Right,
And apparently,
it already be on at the new.
he had to do Cox modem for a couple of months until he put some money together because he had to everything he had in savings went for the house deposits, power change, all that. It's just about cleaned them out. He said.
Yeah.
So he couldn't find a new modem, but he asked what modem I got, T-Dub, and I showed him the box.
Yeah, I remember we were talking about that the other night. I was just going to ask, did he finally, who's the service's name under?
His.
Okay.
Him and Greg, he took care of that.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. That's a done deal.
Ubin too. Graded.
Breezy's Bike Shop, looks like, Breezy's Bike Shop, Choppers Rule. Oh, the chat's starting to come up here now, David.
Yeah, we got
slow.
Well,
yeah.
The delay from us to YouTube is pretty long tonight. It's at least a 10-second delay because I'm watching the YouTube side of it now. So it'll take a while for people to comment because they'll hear it 10 seconds after we do it.
Yeah. So yeah, I've been sanding and buffing the door jambs and getting those clean on the car.
I know why it's delayed. It's because you're on Wi-Fi in your garage rather than hardwired in your office.
Oh, okay. Here, let me show you. Just telling T-Dub this is what I was doing. See, here are the door jambs now.
Oh wow, they look good. I can tell just from a quick shot.
Yeah. And then there's the inside. So it's getting there.
What? Hey, no.
Is that Elena?
Yeah, that's my problem, child.
Oh, hey,
Oh, there's
Hazy.
trouble.
Evening.
Hazy, what's going on, my friend?
How are
How
we?
you doing? We're
Good.
good.
101 days today since I last had a drink of alcohol, so I'm treating myself.
You made it
I
past
wanted to go
100.
100. I wanted to go 100 days, but I went 101.
There you go. Cool.
Cheers, big ears.
Oh, cheers.
I'm on my first drink. It's called Levy.
Here, let me present you.
McEwen Levy.
It's not letting you. Okay.
There it goes.
Oh wow,
It's a
that's a nice
Scottish
dark
beer.
beer.
Yes, it's
Tastes like whiskey.
That's a dark beer.
That's a
Listen,
dog.
I've been drinking this for an hour and a half. I just watched a film with Jack about the Arabian embassy siege in the 80s. I don't know if you remember it.
Oh yeah.
In London. Yeah, there's a film. They made a film about it called 6 Days, but we just watched it. And it's taken me that long to drink that much.
So you don't have to worry about it getting warm because you drink beer warm there anyway. At least beer like that.
Well, some people do. I don't. I bought myself this box of classic ales.
Oh, okay,
There's a
great.
few different ones there. I mean, I'm not going to drink them all. I'm only going to have another one drink. But
Yeah, they have one of
Talking
those
over
here.
here.
They have all different
What's that?
kinds of IPAs in one box. They're from all
yeah,
over.
it only cost £6 for 6 beers.
Oh wow.
That's about. It's nice.
Okay.
That's about
That's
right.
about $8 American, $9 American.
Well, have you seen that where you could get like 12 and they're all different ones?
Yeah, well, that's what that is. But that's 6. They're all different.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I've tried a few of them. The next one I'm going to have.
Okay.
This one was only 3.2%, so I'm easing my way in slowly.
You're not going to get yourself blasted on the 100.
No.
Let's see.
You'll feel
good.
nice. You drink 2 of those 3.2s and you'll feel a little.
I bought myself last week. I bought myself a cigar. And I got a little
Oh, that
stubby bit of
reminded
left.
I'm going to have to use up all tobacco products because of this new place.
It was one of these. This is how big it was when I bought it.
Absolutely no tobacco.
Oh, none whatsoever?
That's
Not
how big
this.
it was.
New place that I'm moving into.
Holy smokes.
And they have a porch, and I can't even sit on the porch and smoke.
Okay.
Oh, you found a place, Dave?
No, I'm not saying out loud that application's in progress, and I had a very, very good conversation with the manager or whatever. I talked to her for a long time. I went to visit, and she
Well,
gave me a tour and everything. We're
fingers
not
crossed.
saying anything out loud.
Fingers crossed for those as well.
We just dropped.
Okay.
Can you believe it's 2 weeks till Christmas?
No, actually, this is what my morning was. Here, let me get the camera. Those 3 boxes got to go to Grapevine. Top one is Emily. Middle one's Evelyn, Emily, and Elena. And they got to go to
cheaper if you
Grapevine.
drove it out here.
As much as they charge.
I don't know if you can see the box behind me there, but I've got a assembler.
Damn.
That's one gift in there. That's for Harry. It's a motorized Lamborghini.
Okay. I don't know what Nancy got all. I don't know what Nancy got all in those. T-Dub, did you ever get the 3-wheeler started?
No, I got to go get a plug. I think it's a fouled plug and a combination of fouled plug and bad gas.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
that
that was new gas we put in there.
oh, that gas hasn't gone bad
There's a
yet.
picture on the side, but you'll have to wait till Christmas and like for you to see it.
I'm a proponent.
Mike's World's in the chat. I just saw that.
Hello, Mike's World. Somebody will
Cheers.
disagree with me, but I
I ain't
use
got no
seafoam. I put the seafoam in my gas.
This cigar reminds me of America, David.
Oh,
You know,
with
I'd like
Dizzy.
to get some more. Those cigars Ian had. I've never had a cigar like that before.
Didn't Mark M pass out cigars to you guys when you were all there
Yeah,
for
Mark, they were.
Dizzy's party?
Yeah,
No,
well,
I did. I passed them out.
Oh,
they
you
were
passed
from
them out?
Ian Matthews.
Yeah, they were from Ian.
Okay.
I think I had
Okay.
7 of them, and we all sat round like reservoir dogs.
Uh-oh. We're
Well,
in
almost missed
trouble.
it. We took Sheena back, I think.
Yeah.
And we called Dizzy. Where
Hi,
are you?
Elena. Hi.
That's the
We're not
baby,
gonna-
ain't it?
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to do that. Elena.
P.U.
She can't see you, Dad.
Oh,
You made her big.
okay.
They don't say
Elena.
babies for long, do they?
P.U. P.U.
Got Mike's World. I'm gonna try
Yeah,
to
we
keep it.
were. It's a year ago you were here, T-Dub.
Yeah.
Hi. And Nanny's going to be pissed because she missed it.
Yep. Oh well. Life goes on.
Oh,
She's spoiling
Yeah.
her favorite son.
yeah. Well, she's at Walmart with her youngest, so
Her favorite. Get it right.
there is
there's a
no
favoritism
favorites.
going on. T-Dub.
There is no favorites. We never played favorites.
I think T-Dub feels that he wasn't the favorite.
No, it doesn't bug me no least bit. All the attention was on him. I could go do stupid shit.
That's with your mother then. It wasn't with me. All right, who's coughing?
It's me. I took too big of a puff of this.
So Hazy,
Mike-
let me ask your opinion.
Well,
Oh, the camera's spinning on me. There we go. Okay. That's the skull I made into a shift lever that Captain
Yeah.
Jerk made me.
yeah, I seen it.
All right. I'm thinking of painting the eyes white because the car has blue with white stripes.
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
What do
yeah,
you
yeah,
think?
definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
T-Dub thinks no.
No.
Can you put LEDs in them?
Yeah, but then that's going to be a wire running up the shift lever unless I figure out how to hollow out a shift lever.
Well, you could. Yeah, you'd have to hollow it out and put a battery in there, one of those little button batteries.
Actually,
Those little round batteries.
what we've been talking to Captain Jerk was making almost the same skull, just a little bit bigger. And then I put it on the rear package tray on the car and put red lights in the eyeballs and use it for the third brake light
Yeah, that's a good idea.
out the back window.
Do you really want to overdo with skulls, though? Really?
No. I don't know who's calling me at this time. Let's see. Nope. If you're not going to tell me who you are, I ain't answering the phone.
I cussed one
Listen,
out
Tom, if
today.
you knew that answer, you wouldn't need the telephone, would you?
I ran in here. The phone was in here on the desk. I was in the kitchen. So
Mhm.
somebody. I ran in here, answered it real quick, didn't even look at caller ID, and it was a telemarketer. And she said, "Thank you for calling me." And I said, you called me, I didn't call you." And I said, "By the way, I'm tired of getting these phone calls. I get so many of them. Just go ahead and take my number off of your call list." And she said, "I can't, what's your name?" And I said, "Well, that's none of your business what my name is. You got the phone number, just take it off the list." "Oh, well, I can't take it off unless I know what your name is." And I said, "Well, fuck you," and hung up on her.
There you go. There you go.
Patience with, and I wouldn't have answered it, but I'm expecting important phone calls. Normally, I just let the machine get it. Yeah. I said, "Well, fuck you," and she was from India. You could tell she had the accent in her voice.
Actually, you should have done one of my favorite ones, David, that I like doing, the female callers. They sit there and go through their spiel and everything else. And I said, "Well, before you ask me your first question, can I ask you a question?" And they go, "Sure," And I go, "Okay, do you spit or swallow?"
Well, I'm going to start doing stuff.
And then they hang up on me, and I know, my number's off the list, but
Or
they ain't calling me ever again.
Just say, take a chance and say, "Oh my, you really do look good in pink, don't you?"
I got a couple of methods to fuck with them. It depends who's calling me, but I do a few things. If it's like somebody phoning me telling me I've had an accident in the last 5 years, I let them go for a bit. And then telling me I did have an accident, and then I let it go for as long as I can. And when they ask me what the accident was, I tell them I shit my pants.
I got to remember that one.
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting one project. They leave a message. I've never talked to the people, but they call and say there's an unauthorized transaction about to go through, and you need to call to stop the transaction.
Like a lighter.
Well, I just pulled my credit report and looked at my credit card history and all. I had to do it for the apartment, but there's no false
She
transaction.
got a spoon in her mouth.
Okay. Well, the reason why, and T-Dub knows this and David knows, the reason why I'm doing it in the garage, doing my live broadcast from the garage is I think I'm going to change it to come out here. I'm going to do a few things. I already found some good furniture for out here. The stool, my YouTube is Tom's Busted Knuckle Garage, so I found me some furniture that'll go along with it.
Yep.
So
nice.
I got me one stool. I'm getting another one. I found those. So, but over here.
Yeah, good idea.
Over here, hold on. Over here, where the Dale Earnhardt flag is, I'm going to take the flag down, and I'm going to put a TV, internet-ready TV up there, and then I'm going to start doing all my.
We'll see you. Thanks for joining us.
A good idea, Tom, because at the end of the day, your channel's about building that car,
Yeah. So I'm going to just move everything out here.
Yeah. Nice.
So it's, but right now, plus the other thing is I don't travel anymore for NFPA committees or even for work because I'm retired. So I got this laptop and it's just been sitting around collecting dust. So I figured, let's bring it out here and do this.
And you haven't got to walk as far for another beer.
Yeah. Nope. I don't have to sit there and say, "Hey guys, give me a minute." It's right there. And then of course, as I showed David and T-Dub, then we got my Captain Jerkwall.
I know. I noticed that in one of the last videos I watched, and yeah, you've got a few of his skulls. Fair dues.
Well, I've been giving them away at Christmas, so it's in there. There's just a bunch that are given away. Somebody comes by, "Hey, you want a skull? Take it. Merry Christmas."
Yeah. Right.
So that's what I've been doing. Speak of the devil. Yeah.
Well, we're
Speak of the devil.
Speak of the skull.
There he is.
How you doing?
Hello, Justin.
We're good. How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Have you just woke up?
No.
You're okay.
What's up, Dave? T-Dub? Hazy?
Bye.
Oh, okay.
We lost him.
Did you press a button, Tom?
You must have
No, I
hit it.
didn't. What happened?
There he is.
Okay.
As I was saying, Dave, T-Dub,
Did you touch the duck?
Easy. Thanks for
Captain?
having me up, Tom. I guess later. I
No. Next week, Tom's going to have to go to a wired connection.
Why?
Wireless ain't working for you, bro.
Oh, it ain't?
No.
Holy shit, you disappeared.
That's why he
I'm
has to
here.
go for a wired
That was a
connection.
good trick. You just totally disappeared.
Well, he went to get a beer is probably what he did.
so
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but
I went to.
on my screen, he just disappeared. He was there, and then he was gone.
for Tom's
Yeah,
next
He
project,
did it
it's
on
gonna be-
everybody.
for Tom's next restoration car for his next car restoration project, he picked a '76 Plymouth Fury.
I guess it's better than a Belvedere.
Yeah, well, or
I don't
Valiant.
get it.
I could have done like a 69 Valiant or a 70 Valiant.
Hot
Yeah,
Rod
what are you
Slant
gonna do with the
6.
rest of the week?
So, so Cap, I'm going to paint his eyeballs white.
I say you put some white eyeballs in there.
Yeah, find some little
You can
tiny
get some
eyeballs.
little foam
That's not a
balls
bad
and paint
idea.
the retinas and everything on there.
Yeah.
Make
If
them
you
all
find
bloodshot like you just smoked.
You
If
can
you
buy
find some eyeballs that are the size of like Skittles candies, they'd probably fit perfect right in there. Then it would look like an Ed Roth.
That's a good idea.
Believe it or not, they
If you,
sell
can
it.
find, if you can find eyeballs that look like a set of tits, then it would look like Ed Roth's skull.
T-Dub, I still have that 100-foot cord, but then I got the cameras plugged in the back of the router now. So, and upstairs is unplugged, but I still have that CAD 500 foot of that CAD 5 cable. Remember that we had floating around for a while?
You can't plug that into the back of your router?
Uh-oh, hold on. Hang on.
Okay.
We're live, and I told you this was going to happen. Nancy's home with Pat.
Well, here goes the garage.
There goes my heat, too.
Was
Was
it
it
cold
cold
over
over
there
there?
today?
Heat. It's
Huh?
75 degrees here in Dallas today.
Oh, it
Yeah,
ain't
that's-
here.
That's chilly in in Vegas.
It's cold in Vegas. Look at him.
75 is chilly in Vegas.
It was sitting in the 60s here today.
It must be cold if my brother's wearing a jacket.
Now, that's the only problem I have in it in the garage, because then the garage door opens.
No, give them. They got house keys. They can use the front door.
Well, the front door's unlocked. Before she left, I said, I'm going to turn the heat around in the garage. Go through the front door. I'll unlock it for you. Okay, honey.
He immediately forgot.
You ain't beating
Like
that
I
enough.
said, went in here and exited here.
Lena.
What's Elena doing? You got her, T-Dub?
She's getting in the shit.
Okay,
Justin,
wired
this is my-
connection.
This is my first drink after 101 days.
There you go.
Cool.
Cheers.
How about
Oh, no, actually, it's my second drink.
Yeah, and 0 haircuts too.
Yep, 0 haircuts. Let it grow.
Okay. That's you.
What are you
I broke
drinking
out
there?
the good stuff in your honor.
Hazy's
Oh,
got
yeah,
to try
I-
the good stuff.
Well, listen, I was expecting to be tasting that today, actually. Someone let me down.
What's going on, bro?
Yes, I did. Unfortunately.
I know.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Maybe there's nobody in the basement. Maybe I could hop on then.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's,
All right.
there's two types of people in this world. There's doers and don'ters. Try
Okay.
and be a doer.
Hey, I'm just
will
waiting.
be a
I'm
doer.
waiting
You
for
will
one
have
more
it
thing
soon.
to. I'm waiting for one more thing to come in the mail, Hazy, and you'll have your box from me.
I like to drink doers.
Cool. I got a package coming from Australia. It's in transit. It's in the air. It's left Australia and it's coming over. It's a birthday stroke Christmas gift from Shauna. Can't wait. I think
He
there's
had
alcohol
Lena in
involved
his
in
lap.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
T-Dub, mom's coming out. Can you get Elena?
You don't have to, baby.
No.
Stay there.
There's Captain Jerk. There's Hazy. That's David Collins.
How you doing?
He's too comfortable sitting
Hello.
there.
Hazy's having his first cocktail in 101 days.
She's
It's
ignoring
not a
me.
cocktail.
So
Well, I suppose you could call it a cocktail because I'm mixing my drinks.
yeah, she looked right at me. And I was,
This one's called Courage.
Well, you've already
Courage.
started on another one.
It's
Okay.
got a chicken on it.
I'll go out the front door. so
Okay,
we're-
thank you.
This is
Bye,
this is a
guys.
bitter.
Hi.
Bitter.
tell her to come back.
A bit-
Nance, come here.
This one says it's crafted with over 200 years of great British brewing history.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, you never had prohibition, so
When you read that, you kind of think that 101 days off the booze is not really a lot. Is it?
Yeah, hi. Oh, she's waving really good.
hi.
There you go. Say hi.
Here. Come on. There you go.
Hi, sweetie. What you doing?
All she can see is her and her daddy.
Yeah. Because I presented her.
Well, you
There.
present you, and you present you,
I'm going shopping.
and then she
Blow
can
up your
see
screen.
you.
Where are you going?
Target.
You're suicidal. You are freaking suicidal.
Tom,
You're going to
present
Target.
you. Present you
me?
so she can wave at you.
What, who, where?
There
Now
you go.
she can
See?
see you and just wave at you. Hi. There you go.
Hey, you.
See what grandfathers are for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're shaking already.
These
Okay.
big
You'll
comments.
see her in February and then again in June.
Bye, sweeties. Love you.
She's gone.
And I'm going out.
Thank you.
I'll be out there in June this year, and then if you guys want to come to San Antonio, I'll be presenting for AFSA.
Oh, you will?
Bob and John
Well,
both
actually-
bus rolled me
actually,
today.
Huh?
Bob and John both fucking drove the Greyhound bus over me.
Oh, I haven't been in San Antonio, Texas since basic training, Lackland.
Never been.
I've never been to Texas, never been west of the Mississippi. That's going to change.
Okay.
Wow.
That'll change as soon as this mess
Okay.
is over with.
So I'm going to have to find a way to get to the router to here and do it hardwire. Okay.
Here you go,
All right.
Tom. You ready?
Huh?
Here is some
Ooh, part A, part B.
resin I just got today.
Yay.
Ooh,
Here's the
cool.
resin. It's 2 gallons. And here's some silicone. This is 2 half gallons, which makes a gallon.
You said silicone.
Good math. That's good math.
That's correct. It
Good
makes
math.
So the silicone and the resin are here. Now this is not a transparent resin, as you can
Okay.
see.
Well, we still got to establish what we're going to do for that skull for the third brake light. I got to figure that out yet. You
Put
know
that
what I
big
mean?
one he's got under his desk right there.
That'll take up the whole freaking window.
For that,
You've
I'm
got
going to
mirrors.
use resin, Tom.
Huh?
And I don't have a resin. Like I have some clear stuff right now, but I don't have anything
Yeah.
that would do it justice. And
Okay.
I should probably move out of here first and get a place where I can freaking actually work, so that I can use a compressor. Or
I
else
got
it's
one
going
of
to have bubbles in it.
I got one of
Did you
those.
use an airbrush compressor that's low
I
pressure?
have a compressor.
Okay.
Calm down.
I need a place to
Calm
use
down.
it. I need a place
He's
to use it.
got, he's got
Why'd you
neighbors
need-
that complain about everything and anything.
Why do you need to press your cum? Just asking.
We need to go to a military surplus and get him some bomb simulators. Let it really piss off your
Okay,
neighbors.
so the reason I need the compressor is so that it condenses into a smaller package.
What I like to do, I like to get it in between my finger and thumb and just go like that.
Well, no, I mean we do
Squishy your
this,
head.
Hazy. We do this so that we can fit more of it in you.
Oh, good plan. Fuck yeah. I mean, I was just gonna snort as much as I could, but
Well, when it decompresses, it just shoots out of your nose and ears anyway. So whatever.
I like the style.
You got Hazy. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway. So, yeah.
I mean, if you want to try and put something in me, it's entirely up to you. You know.
Well, why do you think my freaking middle name is Gazinia?
You fucking bet it is. And your first name's Justin because it's Justin. You know what I'm saying?
Oh God, here we go. Oh God, you guys are killing me.
He started it. Listen, I've been off the booze for fucking 100 days.
Yep.
I'm just getting warmed up.
Sure.
This skull I like a lot. The way it came out.
Is that the green one?
Yeah. It came out with so much detail.
That's not the same one as this one here. The one that you have?
Yeah.
That's not the same one. That's a smoother version of it. That's
Yeah,
a
but
smoother version of a skull. That's a different one.
This one has such a finish on it and such detail on it.
Yeah.
That it's just unbelievable.
Yeah, it's very eye pleasing. It's it's very pleasing to the eye. Yeah.
He's getting his back carved and the magnet stuck in there.
Oh, that's going to be a big one. You're going to have
Yeah.
to have a sizable magnet for that. It's like many times the size of the ones that I make.
Yeah,
Now,
I
hold
figured
on.
it's good.
I do have.
I figured it's going to be a magnet about this big, Cap.
Hold on. I'll show you. 3 different examples of me making fridge magnets out of the skull that goes on your freaking that skull, that knob that you have, that freaking shifter knob. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the same face right here.
Okay.
You see, here it is. Here's the same one as yours. You see how these meet up? Those meet up perfectly. The same shape. Here, I'll use a black. I'll use a black one instead. Here. You see how those are the same exact shape?
Yeah.
All right. But they look different, although they're not. These are identical. Okay. This one's missing some teeth and a bottom jaw and the back. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And this was a mold that I had. I actually could make these all the time. I only had one, and I have many of these. But I put a fridge magnet in the back of this one, and I did that because, like, these weren't selling, and nobody wanted them. People said that they wanted them, whatever. But I've only had the opportunity to freaking sell a couple of these. I have these 2 here. As you can see, these are identical to each other.
Mm-hmm.
We'll even show you red and black. You see that? Now the black one came out of that mold. All right. The red one I actually cut off of like the full shifter knob size skull. It wasn't very like it wasn't very good. It had some flaws in the sides. It had a lot of like rifts in the side. If you could see right here on the edge, how there's some like cracking right there. Well, there was a lot of that on the sides, and it looked like caca. So I cut it. I cut it off the skull. I cut the face off because that piece was savable, and you can see how he has a full rack of teeth. That's why he doesn't have the same orthodonture as his fellow compatriot here, because this is part of the mold. That's how the teeth look coming right out of the mold. If I wanted this one to look the same, I'd have to cut them. As it is, I've done enough carving and sanding to this piece where I'm done with it.
There you go.
So now they're fridge magnets.
Yep. Make
And
it
they're
in the fridge magnet.
They're opposite facing, so they stick together. If I put all the magnets the same direction, they don't stick like this. They'll repel each other.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
On
So
that one.
T-Dub was asking me if I had a mouse on the laptop, and yeah, it doesn't work really good on the 5/4 sawn oak top, but it's working.
You'd be able to make skull mouths.
You know what I was thinking of? This would look really cool as a mouse. Think about it.
I just said that.
Oh. Okay. Hey, he
think
just said this would look really cool as a mouse.
Was you just thinking as soon as I said it?
Yeah, I was thinking at the same time you were probably popping it out of your mouth. Because I have a mouse sitting here, and I got this sitting here, and I went to sit there and show T-Dub the mouse, and I first grabbed this. I said, hey, yeah, I got a mouse. So yeah. But no, I'm gonna carve him out and put a big magnet in the back of him, and he's going on the fridge. Actually,
Okay.
if I carve out a big enough cavity in here, I'd like to put some LEDs with a small battery in there, and then a refrigerator magnet, and stick them on.
You can
The
do all
two
that.
that glow in the dark. The two that glow in the dark that you sent me. We turn off all the lights in the house and everything when we go up to bed at night, and we got two skulls looking at you on our refrigerator in the house.
That's cool.
Nancy noticed that last night going up the stairs. She's going, look at that. And I go, I know, they're glow in the dark ones. He makes those too? Yes, he does. Apparently. I mean, they're on your fridge.
Hey, if I work
you know where the fridge, so you know where the fridge is in the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm.
another few years of working with this glow powder, and I'm gonna glow in the dark.
Isn't that like radium or tritium or something?
Carcinogenic.
No, I would have been dead by now if I was working with radium. I would have been dead by now. No way.
He's just throwing a pair of testicles under his armpit.
Radium is a deadly radioactive toxin. No way, dude. I would be very, very dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, really though. What you call it? If I wanted to freaking find something more glowy than this, yeah, radium is one of them. But you're not gonna want to hang around that stuff too much.
No.
No,
What's another one? Tritium.
The active ingredient in this glow powder is called strontium. Strontium has a very weak radioactive signature. It is there.
It is still a radioactive metal, but it's weak.
Believe it or not, you can buy uranium.
Sure,
I
you
can
can.
show you where you can find it around Las Vegas.
Anybody can buy uranium anytime they want. You can just buy it. It's fine.
It's naturally
It's-
occurring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's toxic.
It's in the ground. You can dig.
Hey, Johnny
Yeah.
5.
It's not a good idea
You
to
can
play with it.
You can find
Buy it.
uranium and asbestos around Las Vegas.
You can't.
Oh, they found so much asbestos on that new extension of the freeway that takes you down to Phoenix. That
It's because they had to go
unbelievable.
through it all to build the freeway.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. People are up in arms about that.
I can show you where you can find old uranium mines from the 30s And I can show you where naturally occurring asbestos is right outside of Las Vegas.
Yeah, there's naturally occurring asbestos in Connecticut as well.
I'm not surprised.
Well, it's
Then we can go up to Tonopah, and we can
How
find
does
a
it
whole bunch
naturally
of
occur?
different mines.
What
I
is it when it naturally
this is
occurs?
not-
What is it?
I don't think there's a lot of uranium here, and but I do know that there's a lot of mica. There's a lot.
There's a lot of mica.
Yeah, there's some asbestos here. We have a lot of quartz, a lot of quartz, which means we have a lot of gold. Just not for nothing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna have to be back in a few minutes. I got something I gotta do.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, here we got well, of course, being known as the silver state, we got silver mines and we got gold mines.
We're the largest producer in gold in the U.S. now, or Nevada is the largest producer of gold in the U.S.
Yeah, and I can take you up to Tonopah, Nevada, and T-Dub can verify this, that you want to see mines, there are mines all over the place.
Mm-hmm. Well, look at, there's a mine literally 1,000 yards from where Carol Lombard died.
Okay.
On
All
Mount
right,
Horseshoe.
Mike. Mike's world's taken off. We'll see you later, Mike.
Oh yeah, I need to be reading
Mark.
comments.
I've got no chat, so I do apologize if anybody said anything.
Well, my chat's real
Well,
slow, so I'm looking at it. Tressa's in the house. Hey, Tressa. How you doing, sweetheart?
Oh, I've missed a lot of chat. Johnny 5.
What's up, Johnny?
Yeah.
Mike's World. Okay.
So what's the deal with Christmas for you guys? Are you on isolation, or are you allowed to do what you want?
I'm in Texas.
Within,
We do what we want when we want.
yeah, well, T-Dub's in
Same
a
here.
state that will kick every other state's ass, so.
No, you can do what you want here. I mean, you have to wear a mask, but you can do it.
The state of
I helped-
Texas, the Congress has submitted paperwork to secede from the nation yesterday.
You're not serious.
Swear to God, the local government has submitted paperwork for approval to secede from the United States of America. On top of filing the Supreme Court case against Biden's election.
Yes. I figured that was part of it. Okay.
Hi.
No, Hazy, I spent all day yesterday helping Pat move, and I didn't wear one mask, but then I was with Pat and his family and just moving all day. So,
Well, I refuse to wear a mask on moving day. I'm going to make that one exception there, because I can't even walk from here to the end of the block without suffocating after wearing one of those. One day we had to go clean out our chapel that we were renting. It had been closed up for about 6 months, and this mold got everywhere. So we had to go
What
there.
you need to do is get yourself a balaclava that you just pull up over your nose. So
Yeah,
that it just
well,
falls into your face.
I wore one of those medical masks thinking it would be easier to breathe through, but it wasn't.
No.
I couldn't wear my glasses. I had to clean without my
Okay,
glasses
here you
on.
go.
But when the towel would be black so you know you were cleaning something.
okay.
Because that mold was that bad. But you imagine a building that's been closed up and not used for 6 months. Then you go back to it, and with all the humidity we have.
Yeah.
No, Vegas, they're talking maximum in the state of Nevada is 25% occupancy right now. So that's if you got let's say if you got a room or a bar that you can serve legally 100 people in, now you're only allowed to serve 25. And then everybody, if you're at an eatery or a bar, you have to wear a mask unless you're consuming drink or eating.
That's the way it is here, but it's still 50%. We're not down to 25%.
Well, they did. You were allowed to go to the bar. The bars and everything were open. The pubs were open. Restaurants could only serve alcohol, or anyone could only serve alcohol as long as it was to go with a substantial meal. But now they've banned alcohol. Pubs and restaurants and stuff can't sell alcohol.
Well, what does alcohol have to do with COVID?
I think it's because they think people lose their inhibitions a little, you know?
Take off their mask and then die.
Well, hold it. Nobody's really gotten drunk and taken off their clothes and run down the street naked, did they? Well, then,
Oh, no,
Come
I'm
on.
having a hard time understanding why they will not let you drink alcohol. I guess
The rules and the laws just don't make no sense. It's
that,
just
now that one
ridiculous.
doesn't make sense. I see no connection between alcohol.
yep. I mean, I think half the laws they're coming up with is just some bright individuals shooting from the hip, and everybody else jumps on the bandwagon and goes,
And you have,
let's
you
go.
have to, you have,
You're giving them way too much credit saying they're bright individuals.
well, you have to distinguish between laws and ordinances too, because some of these are local ordinances that they're passing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I don't know.
So
But
they're
then
having-
probably what I'm going to do is, hey, I got a live show Christmas Day. Think about it. Christmas falls on a Friday this year, and I got a live show Christmas
yeah, we need
Day.
to determine
And-
what your shows.
And I might just still do it because the only people we'll have down here will be probably Pat and his family, and that's it. And usually I have a house full. T-Dub, tell you, I could Christmas dinner and New Year's Day dinner. I end up with 13, 14, maybe 16 people in this house, and
Yeah.
it's just going to be Pat's family. So,
It'll be the same. There won't be anybody here except me.
ooh, and guess
And-
what's on also on Friday, New Year's Day, T-Dub. You want to see video of it? I gotta do it. I got to do it for Hazy at least. Hazy, over
is
the
it?
holidays of rules in my house is turkey for Thanksgiving. You end up with a very good ham on Christmas Day, and New Year's Day dinner is prime rib and twice baked potatoes because you always start the new year on a damn kick-ass meal. And that's
I'm going
been
to
my
try that this year. I'm going to try it twice.
and that's been my rule. You can ask T-Dub. I've been doing that here in this house for the last 18 years.
Yeah.
Do you know what I bought myself the other day? A piece of Wagyu beef.
Oh, that had to be expensive.
Yeah. For a little piece. It's only a little piece, but it costs 20 quid. For a small piece.
Damn.
It probably costs more over there than it does over here, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. So was it worth it?
I don't know. It's still
Did
in the
you
fridge.
You haven't eaten it yet.
I'm gonna stick it in the freezer. It's for Christmas. It's
So yeah,
It's only a small piece.
I think next year we're going to Dallas for Christmas. I don't care if Nancy's working or not. She can stay here and be by herself. I'm going to Dallas.
Teresa is saying, how do you pronounce it? Teresa?
Tertessa.
Tertessa.
Hi, Tertessa. How
Okay.
you doing? Hi, Mike's World. How you doing?
Yeah, Mike's World's been on here. Johnny Five. Johnny Five, let me put the link in.
Hey, Johnny. What's up? Yorkshire.
Yeah. So both holidays I got a live show, and I know I'll probably do them just for the hell of it because
Got room for
hey,
one more.
yeah.
Well, listen, I didn't miss a live show for over 2 years. Didn't miss one.
I'm going on 2 years.
I've done my live show in 3 different countries. I've done my live show 35,000 feet in the air.
See, this is where I miss my dual monitors. I wanted to go check how long. I think I've been doing it a little over a year now.
Well, I'm going to wait until I move. I might get a second monitor. I might just get put a whole second computer.
I've done live shows in 3 different continents. In the air, I've done them on boats. I've done them fucking everywhere. On motorbikes, boats, fucking airplanes.
Yeah, you did it on the moped going to the beer to get beer that night. Remember, in the rain.
I like that one.
No, that was electric scooter.
Yeah,
That was the electric scooter. Electric scooter in the rain, running to get a 6-pack. Awesome.
Yep.
the back through. You were
Freaking
cutting
awesome.
yard and stuff. Hey, this is how you get to the beer, whatever you call it. Here's how you get to the shop
I went to the garage and
in the garage. How you get to the garage?
Be
No, it's
pissed
the
if you
garage,
got
the
halfway
garage.
home and the battery died.
Garage.
Garage. Say garage.
Making fun of your languages. Garage, right?
No,
Garage.
it's garage.
That's it.
Garage.
Garage sounds like you got a plum stuck up your bum.
I don't know. I'll drop my drawers. You want to look?
Nope.
Well, it depends on where you are in America, whether or not you say garage or garage.
Garage. It's in the
Or,
garage.
or garage. Don't forget garage.
Yeah, well, dude, dorks say it that way. Come on.
Go down south. Well, I got my old '57 Chevy stuck back here in my garage. So come on, let's go get it.
I used to know this. I'm not saying anything about black people, but we used to know this black guy who ran a lawnmower shop, and he said, "Take it home and put it in your go garage."
Go garage.
He called it a go garage.
I've
He
heard
was-
more people call it a gay garage, to tell you the truth.
Listen, do you know who
He
you know
spelled
who Nigella Lawson is? The cook. Nigella.
Who?
She's like a British
Who?
cook. Her
Okay.
name's Nigella Lawson. I think it's Lawson. But she's like she's a chef, like a cook, but she does her videos like it's pretty like sexual. She wears skimpy shit but she pronounced the word microwave the other day. What was it? I can't remember. It was like
Microwave.
Microwave. Something like that. Microwave.
That's an old school one. The microwave is on the fritz.
Yeah,
Microwave.
microwave. Yeah, just stick it in the microwave for 30 seconds. It's like, what the fuck are you saying?
That's the other one is aluminum.
Aluminium. Well, that's legit though, because the original name of aluminum was alumina. Long ago.
Well, we invented it, so it's aluminium. Come on,
Yeah.
man.
they invented aluminum. It's like uranium. It's an
So you invented it, Hazy. So we got to pronounce it your way. Aluminium, or what is it?
Aluminium.
Aluminium.
actually aluminum's not naturally occurring. It's a bauxite
Aluminium.
ore that it comes from.
Bauxite is the ore,
It's
but aluminum is the element.
Yeah, aluminum
Yeah.
has to be, what do they call that? Smolded? I don't think it.
I don't know.
Melted.
All I know is it's handy to wrap up bits of sandwich or food or bits of meat or food.
I got a sandwich the other day wrapped up in aluminum, and I hadn't gotten one in quite a while. What is this silver stuff?
Because I wrap up all my Christmas presents in this. It's way
Aluminum.
easier. Don't need no
Aluminum is
sellotape.
it's such a freaking like a bondable element that'll
be
bond
right back.
to just about anything.
It'll bond
Right.
to itself.
And that's why it ended up like being in dirt, because it just like bonded to everything that was in the dirt, you know. And that element is kind of useless. It's useless if it's in the dirt. It serves no purpose. That's why the bauxite is dirt. That's what bauxite is. Bauxite ore is dirt. I'm not kidding. Like the number
I
one
thought I heard-
producer of the last thing I knew, the number one producer of aluminum or bauxite is South Africa. And if it's one thing that Africa has plenty of, it's dirt.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just saying.
I would just
Well,
say,
I got a kick. I was watching a show on the development of the SR-71 or the YF. What is it? Y12. It was called actually.
It was the
be honest with-
Y12 is the single seat model when the
No.
CIA was running the flights. The
Yeah.
family model, which is the 2-seat model, became the SR-71 when the Air Force took over.
But the thing that killed me on what they were telling me on the documentary was the fact is that the United States government sat there and built this dummy corporation that was dealing with the Soviet Union to buy titanium, because that's what the SR-71 was made of, and because the Soviet Union had so much of this titanium, so we were buying it from them to build a plane to spy on them. I thought that was
They were the
hilarious.
only ones. They were the only ones
They
that
were-
had titanium.
Yeah.
They're still the world's largest producer of titanium.
because they have the most of it. You can find it in some other places on the planet, but no, the Soviet Union has the mother load of it.
Yep.
Just like they have a lot of iridium too. I don't
And
know if
then
you know
there's
what
then there's only
iridium-
one real place in the United States that manufactures it, and that's outside of Henderson.
Well, there's also a rare element called iridium that's in the platinum group, and it's a gorgeous metal, but it's very very rare.
Well,
It's
that's
only
what
found
they.
We
in
find it
one
mostly
layer.
from meteorites.
Yeah, it's only found in one layer on our planet because of meteorites that have exploded in the atmosphere and covered the freaking entire planet with a
What is it?
nice
It's
layer of iridium.
like KT layer or something. It was the layer before the dinosaur extinction, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Uh-oh. We lost Captain
What?
Jerk. Oh, no. Okay.
Okay.
There's a minute amount of uridium used when they make spark plugs. You'll
Iridium
find
tip
uridium
spark
Now,
plugs.
even if they don't say iridium on the plug, they probably are made with uridium. But some companies don't publicize that because they probably use such minute. What's the other metal? There's another rare metal,
Platinum.
platinum. But then they
Iridium.
have
Platinum. And there's one more.
Rhodium.
That's right.
Yeah.
But I watched this YouTube video one time, somebody trying to extract uridium from the ends of spark plugs, and it was just a tiny. When he got done, it boiled down to just like a minute, tiny amount of uridium. But he was proving that there really was uranium there.
See, this works so much better.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Where did Hazy go?
I'm gonna have to make it big because it's getting.
Hazy disappeared on us. What's he doing?
I don't know. Maybe he's passing out.
Got a nice
What do we?
star on the top.
I think we're laying on the floor looking up at the Christmas tree. What do you
Yeah,
think?
he's passing out.
He's passing out.
As long as he's not passing away, I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm with you, Captain. But I think we're laying on the floor looking up at the ceiling and seeing the Christmas tree.
I think
And a
we
light.
are.
Oh, is that what?
Did
we're
his
doing?
first drink in 100 days hit him too hard?
Well, it's at least
I
it's a
guess-
festive view.
Yeah. Well, hey, he left us with a view. Here's the Hazy Days.
Golden amber drink, along with a twinkling Christmas tree.
He's in the festive mood.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
There's
Look at
Goldfish Office.
Look at it.
Goldfish, how you doing? Good to see you.
Okay.
Hey, Roy, what's up, man?
Roy the boy. Let's see. Mike's World, Tressa, Goldfish Office. Hey, what's going on?
Oh, go fish office.
Okay. So T-Dub, you're saying a hard wire? I'm too choppy?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna have
Drill
to find
hole.
hard wire.
Drill a hole in the wall and run a wire through the wall to your modem.
I don't know. The last available slot in the router went up for the security camera, and so I don't know if can I get a junction box and
Yeah, you can get. You can
Yeah, you
add
can put
a.
a hub on there.
you
You
put a
can put
switch
a
on
hub.
it.
Yep, or a
Yeah.
switch.
oh, okay.
You can
Okay.
add.
You can find them on Amazon for like $10. A good Netgear gigabit wire or wired switch unmanaged.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can I ask a favor for my
I will send you
technological
a
mind?
link on Amazon.
Send
to
me
the
a
hub.
link on the email.
You volunteered yourself.
No, he knew where I was going with.
A hub.
No, he knew where I was going with that. I always sit there and go, okay, send me a link. That's
Yeah.
and then once they send me a link, then I go from there, start researching.
and then
if
it
I
shows up
type-
in the
if-
mail.
In the past, if I type in what he told me, he says, Dad, go check out this, and I'll write it down and I'll go type it in and I'll check it out and I'll go to a completely different place. that what he wanted me to go to. And I go, this is not what I want. So now I tell him, send me the link.
Well, I don't retype all the links. I just copy and paste.
Yeah, just send me a link. If you want me to look at something, send me the link. If you tell me what it is, I'll screw it up in typing it. Believe me.
No, I don't even. People try to text me links. No,
Oh,
no,
Hazy's awake again.
Oh, well, keep him.
Oh, was it Hazy?
Oh.
We were looking at the Christmas.
Well, when you put your camera down, it looked like
Bottom
you
of the
passed
glass.
out because we saw the top of your ceiling and we saw the Christmas tree light, and we're all sitting there going, Hazy passed out. Look at this. He's looking up at the ceiling.
So he was
I
getting
went to the
got
toilet.
smashed on that 3.2 beer. You have to drink quite a few of them.
I went to the toilet and got some of these.
Oh,
He's been smoking weed behind camera, so he's got the munchies.
Yeah. No, I haven't smoked any weed for 115 days.
I haven't
I haven't.
got any munchies in the house. I'm going to the store tomorrow, so I'm gonna fix them.
We ought to send Hazy some gummies.
You Disney
Yeah.
did.
I'll give you a couple of nice big.
No,
sticks.
no, I sent them to myself.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll get me a couple of big steaks for Christmas tomorrow, and I'll plan on making some.
Oh, speaking of
Twice.
steaks, remember that picture I showed that I took for Hazy that sat there and showed that tomahawk? God, where is it?
Yeah.
Hang on. Where is it?
Sounds good. Go fish.
I'm not going grocery shopping right before Christmas.
Remember this picture?
Yep.
Yeah.
I went back the following day and asked the butcher. That steak only weighed 8 pounds, so it was an $80 steak.
And yeah, there's like $10 a pound here.
Yeah,
$8 if you find it on sale. I got them on sale last.
because that thing was that thick, had to be that thick, and at least that big around, and then the bone came off it. Ugh.
Well, that's the same
No.
price as the Wagyu steak what I bought.
Piece of meat. Look at that.
Yeah, I'd break
$8
out
piece of meat.
in the meat sweats just looking at the damn thing.
I bought a kilo. It's £20 a kilo.
The meat sweats, he says.
Yeah. If you eat a lot of meat, you'll start. If you eat a lot of red meat, Cap, you'll start sweating. Believe me, you will.
There's a lot of different things that'll make you do that if you.
I don't eat a lot of red meat, but when I've got Irish in me, and I will crave red meat every so often. About every 6. I got this burger the other day. I know this place. They call it
Obviously,
a black and blue burger, and that will fix your red
David,
meat. crave.
obviously, nobody
what?
in your family lineage was ever from California.
No, that was from my family.
Nah, not
Scottish
happen.
Welsh. I mean, Scottish. and Irish. No Welsh.
Yeah.
That got proven by DNA.com or whatever. They used to think there was Welsh in my family, and it was the biggest mess, controversy. But they
Yeah.
DNA proved that
best.
there's no Welsh.
You had a bit of Welsh in you, did you?
So
No.
you're related. You're related to Hazy Days.
DNA.
So David, you're telling us you're related to Hazy Days?
No, I'm saying not, unless
look.
he has Irish or Scottish lineage.
T-Dub's got Thousand Island dressing. Yeah, Thousand Island dressing, mayo and ketchup.
Basically. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all it is.
They're putting that out now. Heinz mayo and
Yep.
ketchup.
Oh, that's the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Oh yeah.
It's just
Okay.
Thousand Island dressing.
Come on now, folks. Tell me
So-
that
so-
people don't have the sense enough to mix mayonnaise and ketchup together. and
So
make-
T-Dub, what do you put that on?
You've been doing that for decades over
Or
here.
a prawn cocktail.
Oh, how you do is take some mayonnaise and put some ketchup in it and go.
No, never.
No.
I'm not going to put that on a bratwurst.
They got to make it that. Oh gosh, they have to bottle the stuff.
That on a bratwurst does not go.
No,
Right?
no, don't
No,
do
no,
the,
I
don't
don't
insult
know
the
about
bratwurst on
The
that.
only thing that goes on is a prawn cocktail or a shrimp cocktail, you call it.
Okay.
Is there any other use for it? I don't think there is.
Well, you got
Mayo and
some
ketchup?
mayo with French fries there in Europe.
I wouldn't put that. I wouldn't
Yeah.
put that with prawns. No.
No.
Who
No,
was,
if somebody
was
served
it
me
Holland?
I'm not
No, was it Holland or Holland does it or mayonnaise from French fries? Who does?
There's
Oh,
there's
God,
some
I can't
places in
remember.
Europe where they put mayo on fries. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can put anything you want on fries. I mean, the world's your oyster.
You can put cheese on them. You can do whatever you want to.
Cheese, beans,
Put
you can
chili on
have chili, you can have curry, you can have anything. Fries go with absolutely anything.
You can put some gravy on them. You know, like if you have roast beef, you can French fries.
You can have it with anything.
You know, the other morning in the
Fish
cafeteria at
office?
my job, you know, I ordered
Yeah,
ordered a pancake and they had the sausage gravy, and I ordered a pancake with a patty of sausage and gravy on it.
I don't like the idea that I mean, you shouldn't call anything sausage gravy.
On the side.
Yeah.
No. I want the gravy on the pancake. I'm telling you, this is old fashioned. They didn't know what I was talking about. This is country. This is old style.
Yeah.
And then they gave me syrup. Well, you don't need the syrup if you have the gravy.
Yeah. I mean, what are you going to put syrup on?
Order. They couldn't figure. They did it right one morning. They put it together the right way, but every now and then they don't get it right. You
know, it used to be all I could do to freaking get.
Hang on, guys. I'll be right back.
Get a restaurant to give me extra freaking syrup with my freaking pancakes. Right now, they push it. They're like, here, syrup. It's like, dude, it's not even maple. Get out of here with
it's
that.
Just.
I don't even bother eating the syrup in the freaking restaurants or from the stores or anything. I don't even bother eating it anymore. I'm like, nope. If you're gonna freaking put something sweet on some kind of sweet liquid on top of my pancakes, let's make it a strawberry syrup. Let's make it chocolate syrup. Even I'm not a big fan, but
Was it on here we were talking about homemade syrup as opposed to that
blueberry preserves, blueberry syrup, something like that, jelly even, you know. So, some kind of preserves, some kind of freaking jelly, some kind of jam or something. Either that or honey. Give me the honey. I'll put that on my pancakes.
And have that sorghum molasses too. I've done that.
Yeah, it was
That's
Nancy.
something
She's
big
back.
around here is the sorghum molasses.
I've never had molasses. I don't think I like molasses. It seems too dark.
Yeah, it is dark. Well, I was just going to say, Hazy, I'll find you some good sorghum molasses and send it to you. But I guess
molasses for baking. They don't use it. They don't use it in place of like syrup. They use it for.
Sure. Here.
I've used molasses in place of syrup, and you know that stuff is just crazy, just crazy. And
yeah.
I had the runs after.
it seems like it'd be too much, you know.
It is.
Well, you had
that's why you use it for baking. You use it for baking. When they make brown sugar is just regular sugar mixed with molasses
in it. Okay, Hazy, you can answer this question. What is treacle?
What, David?
Treacle.
I mean,
okay.
I'm not sure if I can answer the question. It's like a sweet syrupy stuff,
but it's not like it's not molasses.
I don't know. I don't think it's molasses.
Well, this guy I was talking to, he spent
closer to molasses than it is syrup. You know.
Yeah, he lived a year in York, and they had this thing called treacle, and he said he didn't like it. But they didn't have syrup over there. You couldn't go buy syrup in a store.
All right, here it is.
Now,
David, Hazy, here it is. Treacle is any uncrystallized syrup made during the refining of sugar. The most common form of treacle, most common forms of treacle are golden syrup, a pale variety, and a darker variety known as black treacle. Black treacle or molasses has a distinctively strong, slightly bitter flavor and a richer color than golden syrup. Golden syrup treacle is a common sweetener and condiment in British cookery, found in such dishes as treacle tart and treacle sponge pudding.
We have Go Fish Office back. Tom, how are you?
Yeah, I imagined that's what I imagined in my head, but I couldn't be bothered saying all those words.
You've been on
I
here.
imagine it to be like molasses. That's why I say I don't think I like molasses, because treacle is very dark, whereas golden syrup is a much lighter flavor, you know.
Yeah.
And I use
Clean
molasses when
thing.
I use
Yeah.
molasses when I make homemade baked beans. A lot of molasses
Yeah, you
goes
have to
into
use
that.
Yeah, that's a good ingredient for baked
Go,
beans.
go fish.
Yeah.
I make my own brown sugar too. I don't bother buying it anymore because I have molasses and I have sugar.
Yeah, all you do is get sugar and you get molasses, put them together,
Yeah.
and what do you got? Brown sugar.
Brown sugar.
Use 1 cup of molasses. Use 1 cup of sugar and a teaspoon of molasses, brown sugar. So I
They
laugh
call
when
it-
nowadays I laugh when I see a recipe that calls for brown sugar and regular sugar. I'm just like, why don't they just say this much sugar and then add molasses as well? Yeah.
Well, I got to show. I got to.
Or give you
I got to
the
show.
option of using either one of them. Yeah.
Hey, T Dub, I made your grandmother's
sir.
brown bread the other day.
Hey, Gaffa.
Oh wow, okay.
Look,
I'm
okay.
morbidly curious on how it tastes.
Good.
At least you're
Actually,
not morbidly obese.
your mom loves it. I got the recipe from Mary Jo, and it came out awesome. Tonight I'm going to experiment. Rather, it's 2 cups of sugar for the recipe. I'm taking 1 cup out and I'm putting 1 cup of brown sugar in,
Okay.
I've never
making it a
heard
little
someone
darker
so
and richer.
morbidly interested before.
So is
I
that
haven't
how
had
you get
that.
brown bread? You use brown sugar?
No, actually, how it comes brown is because you end up boiling baking soda and raisins and something else. I can't remember now the recipe, but you boil it for 10 minutes and the raisins sit there, and that's what makes it the brown bread is the raisins, the boiling of the raisins and taking all the sugars and everything out of the raisins sit there and turn it brown. At least that's it.
Brown bread. It's really good. I used to know this Italian place that they served it in that Italian restaurant, brown bread.
My mom was she'd sit there in old Campbell's soup cans, and that's what she used to bake it in. And she'd pull it out and she'd wrap it in tinfoil, put a little ribbon and Merry Christmas, and you get one every year for Christmas.
Yeah,
Now,
I've seen them do that. I've seen them bake it in cans. Yeah, it comes
Yeah.
back around. Yeah.
And I don't know where she got the recipe, but I got it from my youngest sister, and so I decided to play with it. Let's see. So, Gaffa's in the house. Gaffa.
Yeah.
I love golden. I can't see it. This computer and my glasses. Gumping.
Golden shower. He loves
G-U-M.
golden showers.
Gumping.
Let the blind guy do it. Let's see.
Right.
Yeah, let the blind
All right,
guy do
guys.
it.
I'm gonna
But-
sign off. I gotta go eat dinner.
All right.
Give it to
Say
you.
hi to everybody. Say loves and kisses to the family, T-Dub.
I will do. Thank you guys. Have a
There
great
you go.
evening.
You too.
I love golden dumpling. Did you mean dumpling?
Hey, Jim. How you doing?
You'll have to
Jim, the
explain-
link's in the link's in there if you want it.
Or is that dumpling and gumpling together?
No, it's
Yeah.
it's actually humpling.
He loves a golden humpling.
He says
Humpling. Okay. Gaffa loves to hump something. Okay. Well, don't we all?
I'm all with it. I'm all with you on that.
Damn.
By the way, this thing is a hole in it. To go fix the problem.
Mine does, but I don't have far to walk. So Hazy, what's Mr. Hendricks getting for Christmas?
He's getting a Lamborghini.
A
hi-hat?
Lamborghini.
Yeah, motorized Lamborghini that he can sit in and drive it, you know?
He's getting
Oh.
a hi hat.
What?
A hi hat.
He's already got a high hat and a low
Yes.
hat. Yeah, and he's got a baseball hat. he's got a drum kit. Haven't you seen it?
Yeah, I saw him on the drum kit.
Yeah. He had that last Christmas. Yeah, he's having a Lamborghini, a motorized
The drum
Lamborghini.
is on the cello.
That's
Sorry.
his main present. Obviously, some other stuff too. You know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, since T-Dub's gone, it's just a whole bunch of. I mean, girls is just clothes and stuffed animals. Girls
Some,
are so
some-
easy to shop for.
I know. You got some underoos and some pull-ups, right?
No, I just said I don't know what Nance has in these 3 boxes that's going out
I'm talking
tomorrow.
about you, Tom.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
we
I
were
got
talking about Tom.
depends. Cap. It's depends, man. You better get it right.
When it's a baby, they call it Pampers, and then when it's a grown up, it's called Depends.
Yeah.
Well, Depends
Because-
is a brand name.
Yeah.
Well, pull-ups are too. But
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
pull-ups are like
I'm
for older
past pull-ups
children.
because I think I am a big guy now. I don't know.
yeah.
Some might
pull-ups are
question it. I don't know.
between diapers and just regular underwear.
I
The
know.
pull-ups cover up the underwear so it doesn't get all over the place.
Okay.
I don't know.
So-
I'm not a parent. I just remember it from the commercials.
I only did it. I only did it twice. So
I've never been a parent. It's kind
there's
of
a
weird.
hole in this. There's a hole in this glass. I mean, there literally is a hole in this glass.
I think we
There's
need
a
to
hole in
repair that. I
There
think
lies
we
there
should
lies.
put a patch on that.
It
You
just
drinking,
can't get.
tequila?
I'll have to
Tom,
have
Tom,
Oh yeah.
Tom, have you got any holes in your socks?
No.
How'd you put them on then?
Oh God! Now we're coming with the stupid jokes. Holes in your socks. How did you put them
Well,
on?
I'm out of
Okay.
I don't have any more Killian's cold, so I had to get some good old North Carolina.
Oh, best luck.
This is like the bargain basement, most inexpensive beer that you can buy
That's awesome, Fishy.
because I'm cheap.
Well, here, hold on. Let me get the camera going here. Hang on. We're going for a ride. Hang on, everybody. There we go.
Well, you're
Okay.
making me dizzy. Should I put my seatbelt on?
I need to replenish the refrigerator. It is getting empty, as you can see.
Well, it's
That
close
looks
to
okay to
Christmas
me.
time. That's what your kids are for.
But I got some of Hazy's favorite right there.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, I need to
that's
get
the
some.
good
of that.
stuff.
I'm going to the store tomorrow. Maybe I'll get some.
That's the good stuff. That's way expensive.
I'm ready to get some of that old chub. They didn't have it the last time I went. They were out of it.
We found out the other day, Pat and I did. What was it? God, what was it? Oh, it was back on Thanksgiving. We found out that Old Chub is great for boiling brats in.
Really?
It's expensive, but man, does it give it a wicked, it gives the
You know, they
bratwurst
make
a
Old
wicked
Chub
good
right here in North
taste.
Carolina. They make it in Raleigh.
Yeah,
Went
but
to this
I mean, it might be an expensive beer to boil brats in,
Yeah.
but it gives it a really good taste. Because I used to love boiling brats in this, and I don't know if, and I got one left, and I think they're out of business. I'm not sure, but this is a golden. Who is it? Come on, this is
Tom.
Blonde Brock. What?
Is there something wrong with your camera?
Well, no, it's his internet access. He's on Wi-Fi.
I'm on
In the
Wi-Fi,
Oh,
so we're gonna be.
In the garage.
I was
But
gonna
this
say,
is-
because for some reason today that doesn't look like a Camaro behind you.
Oh,
This is a Gordon Biersch, and it's
Gordon
a blonde Brock, and this is what we used to love boiling brats
And
in.
now you know what to use.
Blonde
You use Old Chub. Yeah, okay.
Old Chub's better.
How many bottles would you need to boil?
How much
boil in?
Old Chub would you need
Th-
to boil brats?
3 cans.
Well, that's $6. It's like $12 for a 6
That's
pack.
3 cans to boil 10 bratwurst. And then
$3.
this I got for T-Dub, and actually I need to get Hazy some too. So, but it's only brewed at Christmas time, and it's called Sammy Claus. I
can't
show-
find it.
Oh,
I've
yeah,
been
you
looking
mentioned
for
that
it.
before.
I'm looking for it because I wanted to drink it on the.
It's a malt liquor, and it's 14%.
Is that made
Oh,
by
shit.
Sammy Davis Jr.?
No, it is made and brewed
probably-
in. God, now you guys are making me read, and I got my don't have my magnifying glass here. That's
Probably
cruelty.
Samuel Adams.
No, it's made in Holland or somewhere back in Europe.
Oh,
That was
Product-
that was the last beer I had in America. Samuel Adams in the
Well,
See there,
It
in the
was
bottom,
in-
product of Austria.
I bought Hazy Sam Adams, and it's one that didn't make it into the cooler. It was riding around in the truck with us for like 2 days. And he said, "Didn't you get me my Sam Adams or whatever?" And I said, "Oh," and then I got Angry Dog said, "Truck's not locked," so I went up over to the truck and opened the door and got the
The
Sam
last beer I had in America in the airport.
fast.
Cost me $10 for a pint of it.
Well, here it was $10 for the whole 6-pack there, maybe less. Like,
Well, he was buying at the airport.
Yeah.
oh, I
Yeah, don't
remember
buy
paying
drinks at the
$5.
airport unless you got the money. Oh man.
I remember
Yeah.
paying $5 for a bottle of water in there.
Listen, it cost me $40 for a beer and 2 portions of chicken wings
In what airport?
in
Oh,
Newark.
here we go. Jim is here.
You know, they had something in Newark. They had all this food in Newark, but only had like a 30-minute layover. And I
Hey,
wanted
Tom.
something.
Hey, Gemma.
How are you?
Yeah.
We're in the garage and we're on the Wi-Fi, so it's probably going to be a little breaky. I got to
Hello, Gemma.
figure out how to hardwire this, but I want to start doing everything from the garage since I am supposed to be building a '68 Camaro.
It doesn't
Oh,
look like
nice.
You mean finishing?
on it right now.
Finishing a '68
It's already
Camaro.
built. You're just finishing it now.
Yeah.
Good to
It's
see you,
only
Hazy,
taking a while,
David,
man.
and Captain Jerk, obviously.
Hi, Jim. How you doing?
Hi, Gemma. I'm glad you made it up on the live show. I was afraid you weren't going to come up.
Yeah, I've been doing a few things around my flat to try and get tidied up, and then I saw that you were still. I was like, oh, I'll come back and come and hang for a while. So
Okay.
to see you.
Cool. Love the term flat. In my flat.
yeah, in my flat. This is what
In
we
my flat.
call it in the UK. In my flat. Yeah.
I used to
Well,
live there. I had a
that's
flat
here,
before I
too.
moved here. I lived in a
Oh,
flat
really?
for 15 years.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday I moved Pat out of a flat into a house. Helped him.
Nice.
So
They don't
He-
call
he
it
li-
flats here, but they do sometimes. It's some. I think it came from like from the high rise buildings when you like one whole floor was your apartment, so that was considered a flat.
here, I'll
Yeah.
open the garage door. You want to see Vegas weather? See? Here you go. You guys are going on another trip.
So we're the Weather Channel now.
Yep, there you go. This is my neighborhood right now.
You just
We're
need,
gonna turn into November very
Wow.
soon.
you need the yellow rain slicker now.
But this is my
Nice.
neighborhood.
Well, you have a nice neighborhood, Tom.
Yeah,
See
it's
the
very
white car.
nice.
See the white car with the garbage cans all the way down there.
Yeah.
That's
That's
his,
where that's Pat. That's where Pat lives.
Pat's house now.
Oh, he's
Oh,
moved- he's moved
Oh,
here.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, my son Patrick lives down there.
Yeah, he lives like 3 doors down the road and is not on your panel.
the neighborhood
No.
Daryl.
He has no internet. Come on, he has no
Your
internet.
house come. Push come to shove, if he was in a wheelchair, he could just.
Oh, he
Here's the motor.
I tell you what I saw the other. Let me share this with you. I was near an ATM for the bank, and somebody drove up to the ATM using one of those wheelchairs that were automatic. She was going about 25 miles an hour, got right up to the ATM and stopped. And it's like, you're going to kill somebody with that wheelchair.
You would be surprised how fast some of those wheelchairs are nowadays.
Oh,
dude.
gosh, she was flying. And she got an ATM and just
If you're not careful, they will run you right over. I'm
Right.
not kidding.
Well,
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. If I ever get in a wheelchair, you're damn straight. I'm wrenching on it. That thing's going to do 40 or 50.
No, if I ever
Oh, yeah.
if I ever need to use a wheelchair, I'm going to get one of those powerful wheelchairs that I can go down the road about 40 miles an hour on that wheelchair.
I'll get T-Dub and Pat to sit there and put it on this tool bench, and I'm going to wrench on it, and it's going to go fast.
Hey, but you
Darren-
like
I think some people get too speedy on the wheelchair though, because I went into town yesterday with one of my friends to pick some presents up, and this woman went right into the back of my ankles, and I was like, "What the hell?" At first, she was nowhere near me, and all of a sudden I heard bang. I was like, "What? What was that?" And she went literally right into the back of my ankle. I was like, "Oh." And she must have been going pretty.
Most people in those chairs will sit there, and what they're doing is they're going down the aisle in the grocery store and they're looking at an item, but their thumb is still on
that's a mark cart. That's a mark cart, not a wheelchair. That's a mark cart.
Well, it's still the same.
No, it's not.
Electric wheelchair? Okay.
No, an electric wheelchair is different. An electric wheelchair is for people that are disabled. A mark cart is for fat people that can't walk anymore.
Yeah. Well, listen, it's 12 o'clock. I gotta go.
Okay, Hazy, thanks for coming up, and we appreciate you.
No problem.
Take care, Hazy. Have a good one.
Hazy, you're going? All right, Hazy, thanks for stopping in, man.
No problem. It's 12 o'clock. I gotta go and
later, Hazy. Have a great night.
Have a great night. All right, we'll see you later.
Cart.
He's got a buzz on.
Mark carts are for people that are like essentially morbidly obese, or they're too old, or they have some kind of freaking, disability that freaking prevents them from walking.
They're elderly and they're
really would rather not walk around a freaking place, and the mark cart is available. Okay, fine. If you don't have your own wheelchair, you'd rather most of the time rather use a walker. Now, if a person with a walker goes into Walmart and says, "Hey, I need the key to the mark cart. Let's go." They'd throw the person the key and no problem. Go ahead, freaking mark cart all you want, because Walmart is massive. Like, especially the one near my place, the super Walmart.
Hey, Cap, hold on. Nancy works still does, works at a Walmart, used to be open 24 hours a day. So what the kids would do is go out and get high or get a buzz going on, come into Walmart, get the mark carts, as you call them, and sit there and just start cruising around the aisles and just playing bumper car or whatever with them. And then they have to chase the kids out. And then when they get them all back up front, back on the chargers, everything else, another group of kids would come in. So then they had to start banning young kids. If you weren't 21 after midnight, you weren't allowed in Walmart. It's not our play. It's not the play zone that they think it was. I call all wheeled vehicles that a person sits in, other than an automobile, to get them to point A to point B, a wheelchair. I mean, whether it's a mark cart, it's a wheelchair. Whether it's an electric wheelchair, it's a wheelchair. You're sitting your ass down, it's a wheelchair. And in essence, yes, an automobile is a wheelchair, but it travels at great speed.
A Segway is not a wheelchair.
No,
it's not. No.
And neither is a scooter or a go-kart.
Or a scooter.
No, they're not. A go-kart is a completely different vehicle altogether.
Although I'll tell you, I've seen handicapped kids like riding around on go-karts, dude, and they have a freaking blast. Take the kid out of the wheelchair, give him a freaking put him in a go-kart that's got a thumb throttle on it, and then a handbrake on the other side, like a hand lever brake. And
that's the way the old Honda Odysseys used to be. Honda Odysseys used to be, you had gas and brake, and that's the way Honda Odysseys at the steering wheel. And you're right.
Something like that.
I would pay for a kid 7 days a week to sit there and do that, because the look on their face, they are in total control for once in their life, and they love it.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Dan? How you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for coming.
K&D Scrapping. Okay. Well, my chat's very slow because I'm on the laptop, and T-Dub says I'm breaking up and everything. So
I'm thinking about something else. Yeah.
You're not too bad, Tom. You break up occasionally, and it's not bad.
All right, I'm gonna vaporize.
We're gonna hardwire this next time we do this, and it's gonna be a couple of weeks, but I did it just to set up to see what I can do.
All right, I'm gonna go.
You're gonna go.
Yeah, I got stuff I got to do around here. Good to see you,
Hey,
Jim.
Cap, box coming your way, bro.
Later, David. We'll see you.
Later.
Thanks for having me up, Tom.
Later.
Go fish. K&D
Katie,
Scrapping.
scrapping. We know you go live.
Chat. Have a good night. Thank you, Tom, for telling me that. I'm gonna try to send out holiday cards this year. I don't know if I'm gonna have any money, but I'm gonna try.
Yeah, well, don't send one to me because I don't send.
I don't send holiday cards because they're a waste of paper. And excuse me, my opinion. This is my opinion. It's a waste of paper, postage, and everything else. If you
Well, I'm
call
half-blind and I
call
can't
that
read.
individual and say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, well, because
I try to
a week after that card's in the trash. And,
Yeah, I throw them away. Oh, you know,
yeah.
I don't save them anymore. I used to save them long ago, and
I always save my Christmas cards.
you know,
Yeah, what do you do?
I'll stay for another minute to tell you this. Ready? Somebody freaking asked me about the freaking Christmas card that they sent me like a year or two earlier, and I'm just like, yeah, what about it? They're like, well, can I see that? Because they were at my house, and I'm like, and they were like, can I see that card? And I'm like,
dude, come on.
Well, has it been in the trash
They're
for
like,
2
well,
years?
why not? I'm like, that thing hit the can the freaking like right after Christmas. I tape them up all over my cabinets and stuff, but otherwise, no. Right after Christmas, rip, done.
Well, who wants to look at that? I mean,
So anyway, they got a little peeved at me, and I'm like, well, why are you mad? And they're like, well, because those things cost a lot of money. I'm like, yes.
and I don't waste money on stuff like
And-
that. I'd rather spend my money on other stuff.
And at that point, they are freaking pointless after the holiday. What if it was a relative that had died? Wouldn't you feel bad about throwing their cards out? No, actually.
Absolutely not.
I can't save everything.
Yeah.
I'm still
I have
throwing.
problems throwing things in the trash anyway. I live in New England. We all
I'm
have a
still
problem.
throwing stuff away.
Years ago. Everybody in New England has problems throwing things in the trash. I promise
No,
you.
not me.
I must say, I disagree with Captain about throwing relatives' cards away. Like, I would never, ever, ever, ever throw my Christmas cards to my grandmother away. Never.
You live
Ever.
Where do you keep them?
without freaking much freaking paper like just stacked around you because I can't. I absolutely cannot. I can't do it.
No.
What's to
No,
throw my
and-
grandmother's
and-
cards away? That kills me.
I'll see you later.
Hey, Cap, we'll see you later.
Well,
Bye.
Pat, yeah, see you later, Pat. Okay.
Okay. But no, I don't save Christmas cards. I mean, all my parents and my aunts and uncles are all deceased. Even when they were alive and they'd send it, Nancy and I sent out a Christmas card to everybody. This is several years. This has to be 18, 20, 25 years ago, stating that we will not send Christmas cards anymore because we believe that it's a waste of postage, a waste of stamps, postage stamps, a waste of money buying the Christmas cards, everything else. We will call you and wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And that's what we've done. And every card that we get now, I mean, I just got a card from a coworker, another fire inspector in Henderson, and she's retired, and I just got a Christmas card from Lucille, and again, I will email Lucille or I will call her up and say thank you for the Christmas card, and I'll wish her a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's.
Well, I
Now
call
you'll
thank them for the card. Yeah, that's out of a general courtesy there.
that's it.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think a lot of us are doing that now, but like when it comes to certain family relatives, like when people say about throwing out relatives' cards who have died or whatever, I have to keep my grandmother's ones because she was a big part of my life. So the fact that if I was to throw her cards away, I'd feel automatic guilt. It'd be like, why would you do that? She took the time to make them, write them. I'm not going to throw that away. And they're kept in my drawer down here.
And I can relate to that. And I can really can, because when my dad passed away and everything else, and the only thing I had left to him, other than his toolbox and a few other things, voice-wise, was his answering machine. And so I played his answering machine message back. I recorded it and put it on my computer. And so then every now and then when I wanted to hear my dad's voice, I would play it back. Well,
Oh,
my old computer crashed, so now I don't have it anymore. Do I miss it? Yeah, I miss it. Do I wish I had it back? Yeah, I wish I had it back, but it's not going to stop me from moving on in my life.
no.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see.
Yeah. So I love it. I go up and look at my albums and sitting there seeing it Christmas time and all this, and it's good. Family time and everything that we have with everybody. But I am not going to change my life or lose sleep over something that is not there as far as a Christmas card coming, you know.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people get offensive. I sent you a Christmas card. You didn't send me one, you know, and a lot of people it's like it reminds me of Valentine's Day back in the 3rd grade. You give a sweetheart a Valentine's and everything else. You call your Valentines, then a kid comes up to you and goes, I gave you a Valentine's, you didn't give me one. Well, I mean, God, it's not tit for tat here. Think about it, people.
No.
It's about love. It's about understanding. It's about giving back. I mean, it's, you know, it's not about, oh, well, I gave you one. No, you give. That's what it is. Don't wait for any comebacks. Just give.
You give to,
Yeah.
it's the joy of giving, not receiving.
Yeah, exactly. This is the thing. People don't. There's a certain way people. You don't always expect things, but certain people have routines. Like I know for the British people over here, giving cards at Christmas is just a routine. Everyone does it. It's just a way to express happy holidays, and it's, as far as I know, years and years since I've been a little girl, that everyone posts each other Christmas cards, and if you didn't, it was considered like, oh, well, you're rude. You haven't made the effort we have. And now everyone just automatically just does it.
Yeah.
So the British people do it just as a way to celebrate, I guess. But
Yeah.
so Gemma, can I ask you?
Yeah.
What are you doing for? Hazy asked this question before, and so now I'm going to ask you because you're in the UK. So what are you guys doing for the holidays?
I guess it depends on what your schedule is. Like for me, I have always had a 2-part Christmas because what I do usually is Christmas Day, I'm with my mum and her side of the family for dinner. And then I go to my dad's family in the evening because my parents are divorced. So I have 2 Christmases in 2 days. I have my mum's side the Christmas morning, and then Christmas night, Boxing Day, I go to my dad's family, and then it's the same thing all over again. Dinner, presents, music, all the rest of it. So I get 2 dinners in 2 days.
Okay, so you're
like
still
that.
you're still getting together with family and
Yeah,
You're on do that this year.
but it's all family. It's not friends, just family.
yeah, just family. Yeah, especially
Okay.
this year
Right.
because of the restrictions. You're only allowed to socialize with 3 houses in your support bubble. So I'll be going. My dad and sister share a house, and I'll go to my mum and her husband's house, and then I'll go to my nan's house. So that's the 3 houses that I'll be allowed to go into for Christmas. So
Oh, okay. See what you mean.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
But you're doing a lot more than I'm doing this year. I'm not doing any Christmas.
I've had that routine since I was like, my parents divorced when I was 7. So I've kind of had this system in place for a long time. And then every year it's kind of the same thing. We go in between my mum to my dad and then to my nan's house.
Making room for more beer. Excuse me, Gemma. I was belching then. Making room for more beer.
Well, we didn't hear you doing anything.
What do you guys in the States do? Because I don't know if it's the same thing for you.
Last year, we had about 13 people over at our mom's house, and we all had we put a spread of food out, and everybody put a plate together, and then afterwards we opened gifts, and it's usually like just a total mess because there's a whole lot of kids around. That's what it's about, are the kids. But this year, I mean, we all go to my mother's house. I go to mom's, and I live about 250 miles away from her. Well, I'm not going anywhere this year, because we're being careful. I'm not even going to have dinner with friends.
Here's last year at Christmas when COVID started coming out, T-Dub, who's my oldest son, and his family and my 3 granddaughters came here and spent the week, Christmas, and they left like January 3rd or 4th. So they were here for the whole holidays, and it was great. I mean, that's normally what we do. Me and Nancy do. This year, we're not going anywhere. We are staying home. Gemma, through the holidays, I do 3 meals. I do turkey I do turkey for Thanksgiving. I find this, I got to look for it, but I find this really sweet, tender ham, and I bake that with scalloped potatoes, vegetables, dinner rolls, everything for Christmas dinner. And then New Year's dinner is prime rib on the bone. And I'll sit there and go to my favorite butcher, and I'll get that cut up and I've done that for 18 years. So last year, T-Dub sat there and he got his ham and his prime rib dinner. But this year, it's just Nancy and I. And I'm looking at Nancy going, what are we going to do? And Pat just moved 5 doors down from me. So we got Pat, come up to the house and everything. So it's going to be very low key, not much. But the funny thing about it is Christmas Day and New Year's Day are Fridays. And that's my live show. And we're trying to decide whether we continue on doing a live show in somewhat of a party atmosphere.
I think
Shandog, what's going on?
Shandog, we haven't seen you in like the whole show. You know,
Well, hey,
I think this year is going to be different for everybody because of people being careful, not being too close to people. And like my parents have said, for me, when I go to my mum's house in the morning, her and her husband will come pick me up from my flat here. I'll go to them for dinner, stay with them till the early evening, and my dad will come pick me up from my mum's house, take me to his house, and I stay there till just after Boxing Day, and then I come back here, and then New Year's Eve I go to my nan's house. So that's how
I can relate because my parents are divorced too, but they divorced after I left the house and joined the Air Force. But it is, you sit there and you go to one parent's house and you go to the other parent's house. The funny thing about it is sitting there going, Christmas comes around. Here I am, 70 years old, sitting there going to my 70th Christmas, everything, and the whole 9 yards. And my mom used to make the most awesome brown bread. And David's heard this before. And so then my younger sister, and I got 6 brothers and sisters, okay? And my youngest sister, well, my dad, I think, was trying to keep up with the Mormon family down the street. I don't know. We're Irish Catholics. So my youngest sister, Mary Jo, sent me the recipe. And so I cooked it the other day. And so Nancy looked at me, my wife, and she looked at me, she goes, damn, this is better than what your mom made, but I like your mom's because it was darker. And we're sitting there trying to and go. But the whole thing to me was the brown bread coming out of the oven, smearing some butter on it, and just letting it melt in and eat it. It was great. Sound good. Oh, the point of this whole story is the fact is that my mom didn't start making brown bread until I was out. I was in Southeast Asia, in Thailand, during the Vietnam War, and all of a sudden I got this Christmas package from my mom, and it had this brown bread in it. Like, what the fuck is, come on, Mom, what are you sending me? Give me chocolate chip cookies. Nancy was making me chocolate chip cookies because we were engaged at the time. And I get this garbage bag full of chocolate chip cookies in a box. And it was great. But she started making brown bread. So Mary goes, my younger sister, it's a long story. So my younger sister, Mary she goes, don't you remember Tommy getting up Christmas morning and Mom having fresh brown bread there? Everything we having it and what? But Mary, I was in Southeast Asia at that time. Oh, okay. And it's a younger thing that my sister just relates to the brown bread. And then to me was she put so much into the brown bread at Christmas time. And she grew up with it and I didn't. And that's the thing that got me.
Yeah.
I don't know if the story made any sense, but that's what got me. It's my younger
Yeah.
sister grew up with the brown bread. She gave me the recipe, and I only had it ever since I was in Southeast Asia and got back here. So,
Nice.
But you
but
have
I'm
to.
gonna.
I can't
I'm gonna-
imagine
Go ahead,
the
David.
food in Southeast Asia had to be wonderful.
It was unique to say the least, but it's I lived on what I lived on over there probably for the most time is to my there were Thai restaurants all around the base because the United States government in Thailand was a visitor. So we were on a Royal Thai Air Force Base. So I was at Ubon Royal Thai Air Force Base, Tak Lee Royal Thai Air Force Base, and Karat Royal Thai Air Force Base. And what it was you'd sit there at Tak Lee was the most I stayed at, where I was stationed at. And we used to, a Thai restaurant on the base used to give us a combination fried rice. That was beef, pork, chicken, and shrimp, fried rice with a big iced tea, Thai iced tea, and Thai iced tea is really unique.
Yes,
Percent-
there's a great place here that we have discovered, and ordering iced tea in a Thai restaurant is different from ordering iced tea anywhere else.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And so we used to get that 75 cents delivered to our barracks.
Just
Think of
'cause
that.
exchange on the dollar, the what do they call that, change rate was so
Yeah.
so wonderful.
So I mean that was great. I came back from overseas, and well, at that time my fiance, but now my wife, Nancy, picked me up at the airport, and she goes, "Well, what do you want to do?" And I said, "Take me to a fucking McDonald's right now. Take me to a McDonald's. I don't care how you crash into cars. I want a double cheeseburger, fries, and a Coke. That's it." And she sat there and "You're kidding me." That's all you want? And that's it. And she did. We left it. We McCarran Airport, and we went straight to McDonald's, and that's it. I mean, I got pictures in my catalog in my scrapbook of when I was over there, and there was a place called Burger King. It was a Thai restaurant called Burger King, and you went in there, and it was water buffalo burgers. And they didn't know how to make fries, so you didn't have fries, so you had cut up potatoes. I mean, it was just all I wanted when I got back. And the saying goes, when I got back to the world, all I wanted was McDonald's. That's all. I mean, that's all I could think of.
McDonald's is good though. Sometimes when you just want a nice, quick little meal, McDonald's is nice.
I do McDonald's every
biggest thing that you can do to yourself to sit there and realize how much you love McDonald's or you like McDonald's. Don't eat them for a year. I was in Southeast Asia for exactly a little over a year. Hadn't had McDonald's since actually several days before I left. So it could be more than a year. Stay away from McDonald's for a year and then see what they taste like.
Well, I can't remember the last time I was in a McDonald's because last time I went, they wanted only 3
Yeah.
to be in the McDonald's.
We haven't been able to eat in McDonald's for a little while because of the restrictions, but
Yeah.
me and my nephew ordered one a few months ago, and they had this new burger out at the time, and my nephew goes, "Auntie Gemma, have you heard about this new cheeseburger they've got?" And I was like, "What do you mean cheeseburger? They've had cheeseburger for ages. Don't be silly." He goes, No, it's new. Look, come here. And he showed me his picture. It's called the American Triple Cheeseburger. He goes, "I've had this." He goes, "Can I have one?" I was like, "How do you know you like it?" He goes, "Trust me, it's really nice." So we ordered 2 American Triple Cheeseburgers. I didn't realize how big they're actually going to be, and they're like about this big in this big blue, red, and white wrapper. And I'm like, "What the hell is this?" And I unwrapped it. It was actually a 3-stack burger with like all the cheese coming down the side. And my nephew's like, "Try it." And now every time we go to McDonald's, he wants this American Triple Cheeseburger.
And you know what? I went to a McDonald's, and Hazy Days did a video because he got an American cheeseburger at a McDonald's. And I went to my McDonald's and asked for an American cheeseburger, and they looked at me and they said, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Actually, you got to begin to realize, and I did once Hazy started doing that, is McDonald's offers different things around the world. And prior to that, when I was in Hawaii, we went to a McDonald's and they actually had rice. And my wife loves rice. I can tolerate it after the year in Thailand, but I mean, you eat rice for 365 days. And you're used to meat and potatoes. You'd be surprised what you get, what you can tolerate and what you can't.
Yeah.
So,
but they looked at me kind of. We don't have an American burger. And I said my friend just tried one the other day, and he said he's in Wales, so they don't have them over here yet, I guess.
Yeah, you know, like McDonald's here, they have them. Because my nephew went and got one. He's like, they do American burgers, Auntie Gemma. And I'm like, what? And he showed me this big picture, and it was like red, blue, and white wrapper, and it had like an American little flag, little wooden stick thing on top of it. And he goes, they're so yummy. He goes, we have to get one. So every time I've been to McDonald's with him recently in the drive-through, he's like, American triple cheeseburger, and the woman knows exactly which one it is. So, oh, you're the little boy who has to have it plain because you don't like the sauce and everything else, and she'll put his name on the label, so it says Kai plain American triple cheese, and it comes in his own little box and everything.
Jimmy, you know what that reminds me of? We used to have a chain here in America called Shoney's, and they had the American burger, and they put a little American, like they put the toothpick in the middle of the burger at the top.
Yeah,
they put an American flag in the hamburger. That was Shoney's, and they bought a couple of other chains out. They bought one called Jerry's, and but anyhow, they continued that burger, and I don't know, about 15 years ago, all of them went out to business. You won't find a Shoney's anywhere, but they had that's what they called it, was an American burger. I've totally forgotten about that.
nice.
That was a great restaurant. I don't know why such good places go out of business, because Shoney's was reasonable. They had great food. It wasn't hard to find a Shoney's. Just about every town had their own Shoney's restaurant. And they had a good variety on their menu. I mean, it amazes me. I don't understand why these good places have to go out of business, but they did.
I don't know.
Sorry about that, guys. I had to go.
Tom, do you remember Shoney's?
You're fine.
Shoney's. Yeah, a burger place.
Yeah. We were just
pretty much burger, and it was more on the East Coast. It was when I found them when I was in Tampa, I think. Shoney's. Yeah. Shoney's and Crystals. God, Jem just bailed out on us.
I hope she didn't leave us. I hope.
Yeah, she did. She did.
Because we were talking about hamburgers.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
But
plug in the Christmas lights here. Okay, there we go. All right.
Do you remember they put the little flag in? When they toothpick, and it had a flag on it.
Toothpick with a flag right in the middle of it, whether it be a single, double, triple, quadruple. I think they went up to 5 patties, didn't they? I can't remember.
I like getting the buffet.
Okay. Well, hey, David, let's end this because we're breaking up, and I got some things to do before next week's show. So let me think about this, and I got to talk to T-Dub and ask him what he thinks I should do, and we'll just go from there.
Well,
cheers, all.
Cheers. Later. North Carolina's Milwaukee best.
Yeah. Shandog, I want to thank you for stopping in. Go Fish. God, who do we have coming in?
Yeah, we got to look at the chat here.
Yeah, well, let's look at the chat. We got to say everybody. Gemma, she was here. Gaffa was here. Gaffa was here, but didn't even. He just wanted to comment and come in.
Yeah. Well.
Okay. Let's see. Teresa, Mike's World, Chopper's Rule. I want to thank everybody for coming. God, this is the first time in the garage, so we're just trying to try different things here. Keep the channel interesting. Actually, be honest with you, I've been trying to sit there and get to 1,000 subscribers, and I've been unable to do that as of yet. Maybe I'm doing this all wrong, but I don't care. I do it my way. Breezy's Bike Shop. Oh, God. Everybody been in here. Okay.
What a great show.
Yeah. All right, David.
You dizzy.
We're gonna be out of the garage next week, and we might be a little bit different, but we're gonna be here next week. We're just sorting this out, and
well, Tom, let me put a little plug in for Kenny.
okay.
He usually runs does cars and coffee usually at 11 o'clock Eastern time on Saturday and Sunday.
8 o'clock Western time.
Pacific, which is where Tom is, or Western, but it's 8. It ends up being 8 o'clock on the Eastern time zone because of the time delay, obviously. So Kenny is Rodder Files. Is it Rodder Files or Rodder Files 1?
Rodder Files.
Okay.
Just go to Kenny.
It's Saturday and Sunday morning.
We just got a text in. Gaffa said, "Happy birthday, David."
Thank you. A late birthday wish.
Yeah, well, look at, and then I got Evelyn and Emily sitting there saying, "Hi, Papa." Well, where you two girls been? All right, guys, we're gonna call it. I want to thank everybody. Hazy Days, T-Dub, David Collins. Who else was up here? Gemma.
We had Gemma. We had Captain Jerk.
Captain Jerk. I'm gonna. Oh wait, we got my Captain Jerk dedication wall. Here we go. There we go. Okay. All right. You want magnetic skulls? You get a hold of Captain Jerk. That's all I'm. And these are awesome. By the end of Christmas, these will be all gone.
They will
disappear. We're giving them out Christmas gifts. This is one of my special ones because he's so skinny. But yeah, these will be all gone. And actually, I got a couple more that I'm going to make into magnets, and they'll be gone too. So I want to thank everybody for coming, and this is the first time in the garage. Actually, it's the second time, but this is going to be the first time because we're going to make it a permanent issue. All right.
All right.
So, everybody, have a good day. Have a good weekend, and we'll pick you up next Friday. Later. Peace.
So, Tom, what time do you want